Well, thank you for that, guys. Well, you know, Valentine's Day, it is literally around the corner, and you've either had reservations for 6 months, or perhaps like everyone else, you have no idea what to do this coming Sunday when everyone celebrates the Day for Love. Now, whether you've decided what you're going to do on Sunday, or, well, we have a panel of guests here to help answer some puzzling questions. And I think the big question we're going to ask is, what do men want for Valentine's Day? And here with us, we have Men's Health Editor Arthur Jones, Getaway Deputy Editor Tyson Jobson, and Eat Out Reviewer Malibongwe Tilo. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks,
now, when it comes to gift giving, I know the focus has always been on spoiling your lady, but do you think it's now time to shift the attention to men, or should there be a bit of a balance?
I think it's both. So I'm jumping straight in. I think that you should spend time together. It's all about the experience rather than actual product giving.
Okay.
But, I'm not sure what you think.
Yeah, definitely. Let's even it out. Let's go. Men have historically always been the ones to make the grand gestures, and I think women are doing that more nowadays too. But like Arthur said, invest less time in the products and making big sweeping statements, and go somewhere and spend some time together. I think that's the best thing to do.
Okay, so you said, you know, less on the products, so we're going to shift away from the usual chocolates and cards, the cheesy cards.
Exactly.
What would you say is some of those gestures or some examples?
Well, I mean, look, if you're, like you said, if you're booking a Valentine's weekend now, you've left it a little bit too late. All the great spots are booked up. But, you know, there's still things you can do that are small. You know, instead of, for example, Franschhoek, everybody wants to go there, it's fully booked. Why not take a drive up Franschhoek Pass, take a picnic, go to one of the viewpoints there. If you're in KZN, there's some incredibly cool secret beaches up north of Belito. They're actually in the Fairbush of Getaway now with GPS coordinates, great places to go. What about something more active? You know, you can do, I think there's a Klapmuts Love Run happening in Paarl this weekend. There's a Haidanga Beast in Gauteng. Get a little bit sweaty with your partner, you know.
Ah, sounds good. Now, I have to admit, when it comes to buying gifts, I'm the absolute worst to choosing the right gift. But maybe, Arthur, you have some suggestions.
I think that it's all about knowing your partner and what they're into. I've kind of put down a little list of categories, and I think that, for example, if you're an athlete or you're into fitness, there's things that you can get that are relatively cheap, like a skipping rope or a kettlebell, or something that, like a pair of running shoes even. I mean, it helps your partner get in shape, and it's something that can associate with like a healthier lifestyle and starting again. If you're a foodie, and I know Malibongwe maybe can jump in here, but there's things like the AeroPress, which is a really cool little coffee maker, but a portable one. There's also maybe like a nice craft beer membership. They're pretty cool to get that every month, which is quite nice. Yeah. Victorinox makes some really cool knives, like sharp kitchen knives, which are relatively cheap as well. And then also if you're a techie kind of person, also something small, like maybe a Star Wars themed moleskin planet, which is pretty rad. There's also those little BB-8 droids. I don't know if you've seen them. They work with smartphones.
I have not seen them.
Okay,
I have
not a
seen
techie.
them.
Okay. And then also even something simple like Apple Music, like a nice membership. Maybe, you know, you can listen to streaming music every month, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cost-effective.
Those are pretty cool gifts.
Yeah.
Those are really cool gifts.
So yeah, and then if you're an outdoorsy kind of person, there's quite a bit you can go with there. I mean, there's the kind of the Kershaw little knives you can carry. There's little keyring torches like the LED Lenser. There's a nice, sunglasses are always great. A nice pair of Oakley. There's some really great brands at the moment that are bringing out nice styles. So I mean, it all depends on what your partner's into, or you know what they really like, and just choosing the gift to tailor that.
Okay, I love that you broke it up into categories. It makes it so much easier. But Malibongwe, you review food, and for people that have not made those reservations 4 or 5 months ago, what can you suggest for them to get something quick?
You know, Tyson mentioned Franschhoek earlier, and actually they've got one of the most beautiful spots that you don't have to book to. If you go to Babylon Storen, the restaurant Babel is always like 2 months. There's a 2-month waiting list, so you can't book in there. But the greenhouse, which is actually I even prefer the greenhouse to the actual restaurant. It's so beautiful. They don't take bookings there, so you can just rock up. So if you go this Sunday and you want to do something special and pretend that you've got something planned out for your special one, just go straight to France. So go to the greenhouse, you'll get a spot there.
Okay.
But you can also go to the Devil's Peak Tap Room in Woodstock and to get for a beer tasting. And if you're in Johannesburg, there's the Griffin Gastropub, where you can get a bit of a beer tasting situation there as well. But if your partner prefers whiskey, you can go to the Baskill Bar here in Cape Town. They've got over 500 varieties of whiskies that you can go for a whiskey tasting with.
Oh, well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving us those great suggestions. And I know although a lot of these suggestions are extremely practical, that doesn't mean they're not romantic. So just knowing your guy and what he needs, I think that will make buying him a gift and making the day special for both of you, it will really, really help. So thank you so much, gents, for joining us. And I hope you got a tip or two to spoil your loved one this Valentine's Day. But it's now time for us to head on over to Kat.